Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been how many months since I finished my no-buy? I finished in February 26th of February, I remember because it's my sister's birthday. And I thought today we'd talk about everything I've brought since I finished my no-buy because there's been little bits here and there on my Substack, but I figured it would be good to see how have I filled in gaps, how has my no-buy helped me shop smarter, what have the challenges been, if any, and let's just go through what is new in my wardrobe that I'm very, very excited to share with you. I have a mix of things I brought, some brand new, some pre-loved, some thrifted, and I also have a couple of items that are gifted, which I'll show you which ones are which. But as usual, get a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's get into it. I want to start by saying there are two things in particular that have helped me genuinely feel like I've been able to fill in gaps and take a beat, shop smarter after my no buy. And we'll talk about like feelings at the end because I think that will be a good thing to kind of like share what I've experienced as well since when I finished my no buy and the time now. But those two things are, first of all, Index, the catalog app where you can catalog your wardrobe. I do have the paid subscription. I find it really, really amazing in terms of being able to genuinely get not just analytics on what I see, but kind of organize my wardrobe in a way that helps make me use the most of my closet, because that's always my goal now, is to wear the pieces I buy, to wear the pieces I own. The second thing is my traffic light wish list system that I made. It's a Notion template you get inside the No Buy Styling course. This has helped me so much, and it's really highlighted things that I thought I wanted, but actually as the time's passed I've been like, no, that's not for me. So let's start with dresses. There are two dresses. Now, from looking at both my Index analytics and using my wish list, there was a dress I wanted to replace that actually ended up getting to the point of no repair. It had holes in, it had deodorant marks that I just couldn't get out, and the dress had kind of like stained and got to the point beyond repair. It was a backless dress from Mango that I wore to death. And when I was looking at my wardrobe, I was like, do you know what? I have enough black dresses. What I don't have is brown dresses. And I think one of the biggest thing using like the analytics within Index and also reevaluating the things I felt most pulled to during my no buy was brown pieces. I was like, okay, the brown pieces I do have work really, really hard in my wardrobe. So adding more of those in is going to make a lot of sense. So the first dress I brought was this one from COS. And again, because I was replacing an item, not quite like for like, because this is brown, this also has the cutout at the back. It has the stretchy waistband and this like button detail at the top, but it is just so classic, so beautifully cut. I love this style of dress where it's very, very long. I feel like you can wear flip-flops with it and it's really nice for day, but you can also dress it up very, very easily. I love this with my little white Porto pouch and with even like my white Loewe bag. I really love that paired together. So that was the first thing I brought. I wore it on my birthday. I felt very, very special and very happy to have this in my wardrobe. So the next piece, this was gifted to me. Now, I cannot tell you how exciting it was to be asked if I wanted to pick some pieces from Lisette, because since I've been doing my Substack, writing my Substack now, I think it's been over a year, there are certain brands that I could only dream of wanting to give me things, and this is definitely one of them. So I'm very, very grateful. And of course, they had a t-shirt dress and I had to pick it out. And this is definitely a little more fitted than what I'd usually go for. But I have to say, when I put this on, I was like, this is so good. And I think it is now my favorite t-shirt dress. I'm kind of really hoping they would bring it out in the brown color that they have in the t-shirt. This is the Margot dress, the Margot t-shirt dress, because the brown color they do is perfection. But as far as I'm aware, currently this only comes in black and white. But I have worn this to death. I have washed it with the Lisette items. They generally recommend you kind of cold wash it and let it dry flat. But if a t-shirt dress could be perfection, and I'll be honest, like when this first came, I wasn't sure if I was going to be into it. I was like, I usually like my t-shirt dresses a bit more boxy, a bit more oversized, but it's just cut in such a beautiful way that it really adds something that my other t-shirt dresses don't have. So very impressed with this. Okay, which category should we do now? Let's do jackets next, just to mix things up. Now, you won't be surprised to know I brought jackets and blazers. Okay, this is my weakness. I'm not going to lie. And one thing I did realize, there are a couple of winter jackets that I brought. I brought quite a few thrifted blazers. I think the first month after my no buy, I gave myself permission to be like, let's go thrifting. Let's start there. And there are a couple of gems that I picked up that I was obsessed with. I wrote about these a lot in my Substack, so I'll insert the pictures of the wool ones, which I've put away. But I found this amazing Ralph Lauren blazer that is like chocolate brown, beautiful wool that was oversized from the menswear. I also found a gorgeous navy blue 100% cashmere jacket in the men's department. Again, these are all stored away in their garment bags for winter now. But this one I have been wearing a ton, and it is a tailor-made. I think I've already mentioned this in one of my videos. It's a linen blazer, and the quality of this, it's a little bit shorter than the rest of my blazers. And the reason I did add this is because looking at my most worn items, one of them was a linen blazer that I have that's really old from the Frankie shop, but it's actually like slightly double-breasted, and I really wanted a single-breasted jacket that's slightly boxy, slightly kind of that masculine cut. And this has just been beautiful. I love wearing it with brooches. I love wearing it with a pair of trousers that I'm going to show you in a moment that also legit look like it's a matching suit when I wear it with that. Okay, so the next item I want to tell you about is from a brand that I discovered recently. I think it's thanks to, is his name Grandpa's Book Club? I think that might be his YouTube. Basically, I saw him show a bag from this brand, fell in love and was obsessed. And I love finding like really cool indie brands to share with you guys, like brands that should be on your radar, but maybe not everyone's talking about, or at least not yet. So the brand is Elk, and they very, very kindly offered to send me a few pieces from their collection. Now, I'm not going to lie, there was a bag that I was already obsessed with, but when they said, did I want to pick an outfit as well, I gasped, I tell no lie. And so I'll show you the bag. We'll come to the bags in a bit. But this, how much is this giving like Totem vibes? Like, I feel like this really reminds me of some of the pieces I have from them, but a lot cheaper. So this jacket has matching jeans as well. And when I was looking back through my index, when I was looking back through my data, I felt like the only wash of jean I didn't have was a dark denim. And I think I brought some from Abercrombie, but they ended up not being as dark as I wanted them like years ago. So I gave those away. But this jacket, the moment I put this on with the jeans, I was just like, oh, can it please be winter now? Like, can we please let it be winter? So this jacket is just stunning. I brought this in the US 12. And it's like the perfect amount of oversize. I feel like it's a little bit more fitted at the shoulders, but then kind of goes out to like an A-line shape. And I just can't wait to wear it. Like, I wore it the other day with shorts, and it looks so cute as like a summer kind of cover up in the evening. And so I'm really excited to show you guys more pieces from this brand, because I think it's one that you should definitely look into. Okay, let's go to trousers. Keeping the categories like mixed up here. So trousers, when I looked at my data in index and I was looking kind of like my wish list, there were trousers I knew I wore a lot. One of them was the black Aritzia effortless pant. I know it's like a drinking game at this point. You hear me talking about it, but those are so good. And while I haven't tried the short version, at least I don't think I have, I think they never have my size in stock of the shorts, but I do remember once trying their linen trousers, and for whatever reason, I wasn't into it. I can't remember what it was about it, but it just didn't. I need to try them on again to double check. But I knew I wanted a pair of linen trousers, given that I had a pair from Dish that were beautiful, but they were too small. I felt like really I needed to be honest with myself and be like, these are too small. If I had a pair that were really comfy, I'd wear them all the time. And that's what happened. So when my mum came to stay, we were in Gap, and I think it was like buy one, get one half price or something. And she brought something and was like, let me get you something for your birthday present, knowing that I won't see you on your birthday. And I chose these, and they're not fully linen, but they are a linen blend, and they are the perfect leg length on me. I'm 5'6" for reference. I got these in a US size 14. And oh my goodness, they are so comfy. Again, I think because they have this like elasticated, stretchy bit at the back, I just think you need that for like trousers in summer to be super comfy. And I wear them with everything. Again, I mentioned the jacket that I thrifted. So these two together, they literally look like a two-piece set. And I think if I don't have any weddings coming up, but if I did, I would probably wear this as like a cute two-piece. But these trousers have proved to be so good. So a lot of the pictures I was pinning over my no buy, especially realizing that brown was something I really loved, was a lot of white. And I have a good white shirt, I have good white tees, but I felt like white and brown were the two things missing in my wardrobe that I felt excited to curate a lot of outfits with. And there were so many images I'd seen of people with white linen trousers or pants. And I decided my general rule with things that are white is that I'm a messy child who will spill tomato sauce on me somehow, even if there's no tomato sauce in the vicinity. So I don't prioritize a lot of my spend on things that are white unless it's like my Loewe bag or something that I can kind of buff up or repair. But linen trousers, I knew I was quite happy to buy a pair from H&M. These are, again, a linen blend, super, super comfy. I love the slouch on them. I feel like I've been wearing these in my white linen shirt, brown bags, brown shoes, and it just works so well. It's like really filled in a gap in my wardrobe. So the next item that was a replacement using my traffic light wish list was sweatpants. Now, it turns out I wear sweatpants a lot. Don't know who can relate, but I love a sweatpant, not just for lounging around the house in, but if I'm traveling, again, if it's long haul airplane, I want a nice comfy sweatpant. And I'm quite specific about the sweatpants I like. I like it to go kind of tighter near the ankle, but still have lots of room around the waist. I don't want the material to be low quality or super sweaty. And I tried on a bunch during my no buy just as like research. I tried on the Buck Mason ones and I did really like those, but I don't think they had my size in stock and the large was that little bit too tight. So Nilly Lotan, which is one of my favorite brands for silkwear, we'll get onto that in a bit. I have worn their silk camisoles for years. They very kindly gifted me a pair of their sweatpants. Now, I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, but it's like sweatpants with interesting features. Like I genuinely feel like you could put a heel on with these and a white tee and you could still wear this out for drinks. Like they are very beautifully cut. The cotton feels delightful. They're incredibly comfortable. I went with an extra large. Again, they almost have that kind of like, is it cargo pant? Like they have that kind of look where the pockets are giving a little bit of detail. There's like the ruching on the knee. Like there's all these little panels that just, when you're wearing them, they feel a little bit more interesting than a general basic black sweatpant. So this is one of the other pieces I chose from Lisette, and it is their Margot tapered pant. Now, you'd be forgiven for thinking, Harry, this just looks like a boring pair of black cotton trousers. But let me insert photos of me wearing these, because when I say these are the most comfortable things I have ever worn, I tell no lie. They are so, so good. I think I have the extra large in these as well. And I really genuinely thought I was going to put these on and be like, don't get it. But everyone I wear them is like, well, those pants, they look so comfy. And I don't know how, but they don't look like pajamas. They genuinely have like a nice shape to them that make them look fancy when they're on. So again, I've thought about, I think these do come in the brown, and I think these have been on my wish list to add in the brown, but they were out of stock when I tried to get them in the Memorial Day sale. But again, they have pockets on the back, a really simple elasticated waistline, and they just look great with shirts tucked in. I tend to wear these a lot with something like my gladiator sandals. Like I feel like with my Totem gladiator sandals, these are really, really great. And again, I've washed them. They have stayed true to size even when I washed them. And I would definitely say as well, these are like a work from home essential. Like both these and the Nilly Lotan pants feel like they're going to be a really good work from home essential, especially as we get into the cooler months in LA. Okay, so I brought tons of shorts for a post I was doing for the short edit I mentioned on my Substack. And I spent a whole day shopping, trying on shorts in like every like high street brand I could find. And obviously I only included the ones that I thought you should know about. But safe to say, from looking at my index data, I was like, last summer I did wear, the pairs of shorts I did have, I wore a lot, but I realized I don't have many shorts that have belt loops. And that was big realization for me because I was like, actually, when I have a belt on, for example, today, I just feel more put together. I feel more finished. And I think that's one of the things with summer. You feel hot, you feel like it's harder to layer, but a belt provides so much. So I knew I wanted to add in more shorts with belt loops for one. And I also wanted to kind of figure out what were the gaps within the shorts that I don't have. So when I was starting the short edit, I wanted to keep it super simple to start with. I already know I love the Abercrombie Curve Love, the dad short. So I already had these ones, which I don't think they do this exact wash anymore. I think this was just called the wash medium, but I think they only do it now with like the frayed hem. But I love these. I wear them to death, and they are from the Curve Love range. So I was like, do you know what? I do want a darker wash of those jeans. And these were the first pair I tried on and picked up. And I love them. They're so good. I actually went up a size in these in their normal range rather than getting the Curve Love, the 33. And they are just as comfortable just by sizing up in the regular sizing. I feel like if you don't want any gaping at all at the back, I would stick with the Curve Love when it comes to Abercrombie. But if you want it to be a little bit more comfy, maybe just get the regular ones and size up. So these are a 33. Again, this with a white shirt and like a nude sandal. So good. I've been wearing these a ton since I brought them. And good to know, if you have the Abercrombie app and you ever see, like, they often have like app only discounts. If you're in the store, you can show them the discount on the app and they'll actually match it in the store, because sure enough, I think these were like, were they 70 or something? And then on the app, they were like $44, and they had an in-store promotion on, but it still didn't come down to $44. And I was like, can I have the price that's on the app, please? And they matched it. So you can always check the app to get the best price on Abercrombie. So following on from Abercrombie, I went to Madewell. And there was a lot of Madewell shorts I really liked. But the ones that drew my eye in were the Bermuda shorts, the denim Bermuda shorts. And I know some people are very on the fence about these, but I see this as a classic. And especially as someone who doesn't always want a super short, I love the look of a Bermuda short. And that was the thing that I found myself pinning the most when I was looking at my Pinterest boards of things I wanted to make but didn't have in my wardrobe. It was a Bermuda short that I was like, I want that in different shades because I'm pretty sure I'm going to wear that a ton. So this was the first pair I brought. They are this dark denim that are stunning from Madewell. And this is, I think it's called the 1997 Bermuda short. They had this one left in my size. From the moment I tried it on, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's the one. I did try a pair on in Gap that were nice, but I felt the Madewell ones, I like the fit better. And as soon as I tried those, I'd gone into the store looking for the white ones, which yes, I am wearing now, and was desperate to find, but they were like, they're sold out in the store. They were sold out online in my size. So I ended up buying these ones off Zappos, I think, Zappos, I'm not sure how you say it. And they had one pair left in my size. And I love the white so much. I feel like the white, again, white and black is still one of those combinations. I don't care what time of year it is. I don't care where I am, what the occasion is. I will always love black and white and brown, as it turns out now. So these were added, and I worn them both a ton. So I feel like denim shorts, I'm now really good. I'm like, okay, we have enough options. So the next place I went to was J. Crew. And again, I feel like, I don't know why, but I haven't really properly explored J. Crew that much before. And there was so many good pieces in there. Again, not everything was my vibe, but the pieces I kind of gravitated towards, I was like, ooh, that looks like Loewe. That looks like Totem. Like, there were loads of really good things. And the shorts that I ended up buying from there, again, they were half price, I think half price on offer. Oh, this one's still got the tag on. I need to take the tag off of these. But the black ones, I've already worn loads. So I brought the white and the black chino shorts. Now I know, I did not think I was a chino girly. But when I was putting it on with things like my blazers and a little t-shirt, and again, belt loops is what it was all about. I just felt like these were so comfy. They're 100% cotton, and they just really added something that wasn't in my wardrobe. I kind of liked, dare I say it, the kind of nod to preppy I was quite into, but I also felt like it was giving a grown-up sort of like Ralph Lauren croquet flavor that I'm not mad about within my geography teacher meets sexy librarian general styling mood. So there we have it. So I added those both in as well, and I loved those. So the only other short I wanted to add in was a linen short with belt loops, because I wear these so much. These are like the stretchy pull-on shorts. I've had these for like over 3-4 years now from H&M. Wear them a ton, but what I miss most about these was that they don't have belt loops. And like I said, this was what kind of brought me into doing the shorts edit, that I was like, I need belt loops. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to get a linen pair of shorts, because I know how much I wear a linen, but I wanted something with belt loops. And again, this is where, back to Madewell, I brought these. And again, I'm going to link to the post that I did on Substack, which has all the prices, all the fabric compositions, all the sizing details of every single pair of shorts that I did buy. But these are so cute. Again, they don't look much on the hanger, but they are so comfortable. I feel like you just have the zip and then the little metal closure here, but it's the belt loops. And it does have pockets too. And again, I love this with a black tee, a black blazer. Like if I want an all black summer look, these are such a good staple. So the other pair of shorts I got was from Lisette. This was another pair that were gifted to me. These are the Barb shorts, and I got these in the extra large. They're this kind of like creamy, I would say it's cream, not quite like butter yellow, but this with brown, so good. It's like perfection. And again, I feel like these kind of like pull-on shorts are very good when it's just really hot and sticky. You want to feel as close to being naked as possible, but without being naked. And again, these I'll wear with a vest, with a t-shirt. I often wear them with my Totem sandals or a flip-flop, and they just look so good. So that is all the shorts I brought. Like I said, I feel like looking at most of the pieces I brought, they're very short, heavy, and I think that has made getting dressed now, it's almost like accepting I live somewhere warm year round. I think that was the other thing. For so long, I would keep trying to wear my trousers and be like, Harry, you live somewhere where it's like 30 degrees a lot of the time. You need more shorts. So I've accepted that, and I feel good about the pieces that are making getting dressed easier for me now. Okay, so we'll do 2 tops, then we'll get into accessories. So the 2 tops I have, the first one is another piece from Lisette. This is the Margot tee, and this chocolate brown color is perfection. I want every single piece they do in this color. Like I said, if they brought the t-shirt dress in this, they brought it out in this color, I would buy it in a heartbeat. And what I will say about this is I love the t-shirt. I feel like the Margot tees they've had a lot of noise online. They are really good. However, I'm still going to choose probably to get my And Other Stories tees over the price point of these ones. For me, again, t-shirts are just not something that I will generally choose to like put my spend into. And I think my And Other Stories do a great price point. So they're kind of my go-to favorites. I think as well what it is, it's the sleeves on the And Other Stories ones I just prefer to this. But I have to say, this worn with the Barb short as well is super cute. So I do love it. And again, I still make sure I wear it loads. When I was looking at tops, I felt like, and again, I think being a true Gemini, I'm probably not ever going to be someone who can like really stick to 3 styling words or anything like that. My style is very emotional. I know what I like. I know what I feel grounded in, but there's also things where I'm like, ooh, that feels like it adds something that I just don't have, or could add something interesting that's going to work really hard with what I do have. So when it came to finding an interesting top, I was like, I want something that has a tinge of romance, something that is probably silk. I knew I wanted silk, and I wanted something that felt like it almost had that ethereal, slight Kate Bush vibe meets Victorian. Like there was something about that I was like, I think I've just always come back to in my style. I think it's why I love big collars. And this top is one that I picked out from Lily Lotan, and it is so beautiful. It is so airy and light, and it is 100% silk. So it's this off-white color. It has this little tassel. It has quite like a big slit here. So again, you can kind of choose how open that slit is. But this, again, with the shorts I brought, so for example, the black linen shorts from Madewell with this look so good. And I think, again, it's one of those pieces I can dress up and dress down very, very easily. I love it with one of my oversized blazers on top, something like quite masculine against this contrast of the kind of like very feminine neckline. But it's so, so beautiful. And again, this is 100% silk. It is kind of like, there's quite a sheerness to it, but I just wear it with like a nude bra and you can't really see it. But that I think is going to add so much interest to my looks, not just for summer, but as a piece to do a little bit more with throughout the year. Okay, so first of all, if you've been following me on Substack for a while, Harry Styles by Harriet Hadfield, you know I have been on the quest for the ultimate brown bag. And it got to the point where my sister was like, you're getting a little bit like too obsessive with this brown bag. Like you're becoming like Goldilocks, like it needs to be perfect. And while I believe in waiting, I think it was also like the idea of a bag that I was only going to use every so often, aka for travel when I needed loads of things. And I was like, no, what you really want is a brown bag you can use every day that fits your iPad in, that fits your books, fits your journals. And again, when I was doing all the searches of brown bags that I loved, and I've talked about this before, but I love the Row Margot bag, but I was like, I don't want to pay that price point. And I saw this bag. It's by Madewell. I saw someone talking about this on, I think it was on Reddit. And I was just like, what is that bag? I need it. I have to have it. I almost don't care how much it is. And when I saw it was Madewell and that it's actually sold out, I was devastated. I was like, no, I need that bag. I need to find that bag somehow by hook or by crook. And Google search, highly recommend if you don't already use that. I put this bag into the Google image search and it showed one on Poshmark. And I think I paid $135 for this, which is probably not that much less than what it would have cost brand new from Madewell, but I was like, I just need this bag. Now it does have a long handle. It has kind of like, you can see where the pocket is sewn on the back. So that might annoy some people, but I always knew I was gonna like hold it this way. And it is so plain. Again, the shape is so nice. It can kind of be squidgy. It can be structured. I feel like the leather is so scrumptious and soft on this. And I think that's been the cool thing about like going back to shopping after my no buy is I always try and think like, can I find things secondhand first, whether that's in a thrift store, whether that is Poshmark, something like that, or even eBay. And I'm so glad I brought this bag. It is just delicious. I love her so much. I've put like a light colored insert inside just so I can see everything easier, and it does come with a long strap as well, which I just keep inside here. But I think the search for the perfect brown bag is over, and again, it was this color was the exact color brown I wanted. I just love how minimal it is. Story time. There is a bag that I have followed, like has haunted me whenever I look on Pinterest, and it is a bag that I think it's Mary Kay Olsen. No, I think it's Ashley Olsen actually used to wear. And it was by Fendi, and it was a big black, maybe it was actually real croc or mock croc leather with short handles. And I always remember thinking, like, I could tell when they made the Margot and various bags they have that I was like, there's something coming from that bag. So I've always loved that bag. And I feel like if this bag had a baby with the Margot, you would probably get this. So this is another pre-love find. And I have to say, this feels like my version of a Birkin. Okay, this is the bag. I love mock croc all year round. So this is from Furla. And I feel like if you don't follow Furla on the Real, you should. Because they have so many bags that look like they could legit be the Row or way more expensive than they are. They use really lovely soft leather. I've put an insert in this as well to make it a little more structured. But oh, I love this so much. Again, I think like even with this outfit, there's something so nice about mock croc in a way to add texture. I know in summer we all kind of tend to lean towards the leather woven bags. I love those too. But I just think the shine of a mock croc leather is so incredibly chic. And again, I can't wait to wear this for winter looks as well. This doesn't have a long handle. It just has the top handles. I think I paid $105 for this. And it's just so, so beautiful. It was like the bag I really, really wanted. So I'm very excited about that. And then, as I mentioned, I was looking for a bag for travel. And once I realized, actually, Harry, you don't need it to be brown. Like, you just wanted a brown everyday bag. That's what you really wanted. When I realized I wasn't fussed about that, I was like, okay, so we know we love the Margot. We know we love the size 17. But, again, not the price tag. And coming back to Elk, that amazing independent brand, this is where it all started. I'd seen this bag on their website and just thought it was so beautiful. I love, isn't the detail on the handles just stunning? And bonus points, it fits on my shoulder. So that was a big thing for me. Now, this does have a long strap as well, a really good quality long strap, and you can just like attach it to the buckles. So it has a long strap for traveling. That's what I know I need as well. And she's big, she's chunky. I think she's 17 inches along the bottom. And the leather smells incredible. I think this bag retails for around $360. I will say all the pieces I've got from Elk, I think were on sale recently. So just keep an eye out. I don't know if it was a promotion or if they're permanently on sale, but run, don't walk. And this bag, it just has very, very subtle detailing. It just says Elk along the bottom, again, like embossed, so you can't really see it. It's a lovely kind of true bowling bag shape. And again, even with an outfit like this, if I had to go to work and take my laptop and everything I needed plus the kitchen sink, this will now be the bag I take. And I'm so pleased with it. Again, this was the one that started the love affair with this brand for me. And I'm excited to show you more from brands like this, because I know with Elk as well, they're a sustainable brand. They are very transparent about all their practices. They're a B Corp, and they do so many things well. Like, beyond anything, they just make beautiful clothing, which I think is what draws me in. But there's also so many things they're doing that give back, and they're definitely a label that I really want everyone to know about. Okay, so the very last thing is a piece of jewelry, and it is a brooch. And I mean, I could have even worn it today with this outfit, but it might have been overkill. Dave calls it my Star Trek badge. But again, I had on my mood boards for so long all the pieces from Agmes, their brooches, but I decided I don't want to spend $500 on a silver brooch right now. So I went to eBay, and again, I have a post on Substack about how I found this brooch and the keywords I used, etc. And it was $15, and it's sterling silver. So what I did was, it came tarnished, and I just used my silver polish to clean it up. But again, this on my dresses. I love this on the Lisette tee with the barb short as well. Again, I love the color with the brown bags. It has become one of those pieces that I wear so much. Like, I wear it in the middle of dresses as a focal point. I wear it on lapels of blazers, trench coats. So glad I have it. And when it comes to winter, I'm very excited to do the big scarf and then kind of like pin this to hold the scarf together. So I think that is everything. Now, I want to point out, I know you might be seeing this and being like, Harry, that looks like a lot. I want you to keep in mind, I didn't shop for a whole year. So when I think back to the experience of being able to shop, at the very beginning, I was just like, okay, we're going to start with thrifting. And I think I've realized from my no buy, I think I'm probably going to be the kind of shopper who I like to fill in the gaps, get everything I need, and then just not shop again for a long time. So I'm actually thinking of doing another no buy, because I feel really good about the pieces I have. And now I want to make sure I wear the hell out of all these things. I want to make sure they all get loads and loads of use. So stay tuned to see if I will be doing another no buy and what the terms will be. But yes, I do appreciate this is a lot. But everything I've brought, or anything I've accepted as a gift, has been with the intention of these will be pieces I wear a ton and wear the hell out of. So if you're not following me on Substack, I definitely recommend coming join me over there, where you can follow along with how I'm styling these pieces, how they're working out for me. And for me, the two keywords I always come back to in my personal style are curiosity and creativity. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you've got your eye on, if there's anything you've added recently, or if you're doing a no buy. If you're interested in learning more about a no buy and doing one yourself, I actually have a no buy styling course. So even if you don't want to do a no buy, you'd learn how to style everything you have in your wardrobe without having to buy anything else. So yeah, I will put all that in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm excited to see you soon.